Well, hello everyone. Long time no see. It has not been that long. It's literally just a little bit later than normal, but it hasn't been that long, realistically speaking. Well, hello. Hey, Pizza Cat. Alright, so I'm hopping on Sunset today. So I don't remember if I talked about it last time. Sunset is a server that I play on with some people I met online. It's an SMP. Pretty fun. I haven't seen many of them in a while, but so I gotta switch to this one. There we go. Alright. I've done a little bit offline, but not a ton. And all of my... everything always gets messed up when I switch. I'm not sure particularly why, but because I play on 1.8 when I play on Hypixel, it just messes up all my settings every time I go to a different layout. Okay, what was I doing last? I was gonna grind for something, and I can't remember what it was. I think I was gonna go for a mining session, but I just didn't do that. I don't know why I got walls, though. I'll put that there. This is all my decor stuff for outside. I'm not quite sure how I want to put it out yet, but I think it will be cool either way. I have a lot of stuff to use, so I'm not super concerned about necessarily why am I doing it like this. Exactly where it goes, because I think it'll look good regardless. I'll take the dripstone. It's on the bottom. Why is this taking my brain, all of my brain power to do this one little part? I should have probably done this before the stream, but my Minecraft crashed because I was gonna load my other world, my solo world, and I guess that does not like me. I tried loading it, which I tried downgrading, which is probably the issue I had. Tried pulling it from 1.18.2 to 1.18.1, and it was not happy with me. So I very quickly gave up on that plan. But I mean, it worked out in the end. This is my little build. It's kind of awkward and vaguely not working. This is it's an auto smelter that I started making and didn't finish because that's kind of my brand at this point. One of my dogs is down here. Most of my stuff is above the ocean, since I am under the ocean. I might do a mining thing as well. I got stuff out for it. Probably should. I could use my beacon and just use gold blocks. Yeah, we'll decide later. I think this is all I needed for outside. Oh, I should make sea lanterns. and more. I should fly over there and see what I have over there. Made a Prismarine farm, although I have not AFK'd at it, but it still had some stuff when I last checked it, so I'll probably go over there and see what's up. I need to check my shop. It's been a long time since I've been over there. Yeah, that's probably sold out. What did I come up here for? Sea lanterns, that's here. No. Where do I put things? It's been pretty good. How about you? Pretty much just played video games. Why didn't I put that? Oh, and I cleaned my room as well. Because currently everything's kind of a mess from packing and unpacking. Your day was good? That's good. Yeah. After coming back from college, everything's just kind of thrown around and it's stressful, so I'm trying to get it in some sort of order. Grab my elytra and some fireworks. Yeah, I really do need to like spend, like go do a good mining spree because that's all my diamonds. I don't really have a lot, but I also don't. I would say I haven't played on here in a while, but I don't think anyone has. I'm sick, so my turn is just tissues currently. Oh, that sucks. Being sick is the worst. There we go. This is my little village. I have pretty much every book that you could want, except for maybe ones related to crossbows, because some of those I'm lacking, but I have a lot of stuff. And then under here, which you can't really see, you can't see it underwater either. A bunch of rocks is my house underwater, so that is the extent of my build. I'll show you some of the other ones around the server as well, but that's the extent of mine. This is the most intensive building thing I've done in a long time, so I was pretty proud of it. I still am. I think it looks cool. Prismarine farm is this way. Somewhere. There it is. Ow. I'm just glad it works so well. That's really my... Oh, of course. Of course I couldn't just get up the first time. Okay, let's... I gotta go the other side to get... Oops. Actually, well, I'm getting a lot of stuff from this. So I haven't AFK'd here at all, so I'm surprised at how much I have, but I should go around this side. I don't know why I expected stuff to be in those. I think the only time that I spent online in this was... The only time I spent over here is at making it and like shortly after, and then I didn't really... Ow. You know how rude that is? But a lot of people have not been on recently, so I kind of didn't go on for a while. Alright. Let's take that. I'm pretty sure this is the right way. We will find out if it's the right way. Did I pass it? I think I passed it. How did I pass it? I went the wrong direction. I gotta go this way. Or this way. I always do this. I really should put a sign, but I never remember to put a sign because I never bring a sign. One of these days. I'm gonna pass it again. And it should be. This way. Right over here. Here it is. Let's see, I didn't do a lot offline, but I will say what I did offline, because most of this has been about the same. The main changes, and as I go to check my store, we'll go through here. Let me put my potatoes, those, in case I need those as well. Yeah, I'd say our setup is fairly Hermitcraft-esque. So we have a little shopping district but it's fairly disjointed. And then we have, you know, our own little builds. What is this? Oh, that is, I put the potatoes in there. I forgot I did that. I really 100% forgot that I put potatoes in there. Although I have not been to the shop in a while, because I don't think I've streamed it in, it might have been a month. In all honesty, I don't know if I've streamed it since I've been home from college, and I got home from college early May, so it might have been 2 months. No, that would have been like a little over a month. Either way, it's been a while. Moral of the story. Oh, it turned on auto jump. I knew something was wrong. Okay. Auto jump throws me off so bad. It's so minor, but it just completely throws me off. But I put, so at all the portals, I put signs. I meant to light them up and then I forgot, but, so that's my village is Poville, because I feel like it's fitting, since it's a village. And I think I also have, my subtitles are off as well. And then I did the main houses, because, so, only 2 of us have portals at our houses, because the other 2 are too close to the spawn portal. So I did those ones, and I just put the spawn portal as the spawn portal. So like up here, this one is Jackie's house. Jackie is I will be honest, Jackie as a builder is crazy. There must have been an Enderman in here. But this is not the way to get out. Oh, there it is. But Jackie will also say that they're not a builder, but like, this is not a builder. And I think there's 8 or 9 different pillars. Jackie's a very... It puts me to shame. Right? Like, it's just like... If that's not a builder, then what am I? You know what I mean? And we should... I think we'll pass... I think we'll pass Misha's place on the way there as well. That's a sugarcane farm. This way to... That's a bee house. But I don't know if there's any bees in the bee house. Yeah, full noob. I mean, you probably could consider me that, despite having played the game for way too long. This is Misha's place. So nice little house. I just... Look at this. It's so cool. There were fish in here, but they kept killing themselves, so we had to take the fish out from there. But at some point there were. Like, I swear, there were fish. And then this way to spawn. Now, there's also a spawn village, technically, but there's nothing in the spawn village. Like, there's no villagers, it's just the village. They would keep trying to swim up the one waterfall, and then they'd get stuck, fall out, and then they would just die because not all of them could fit in that one specific, like, waterfall block. It didn't make a lot of sense to me, but, you know, I was just gonna let it go. So this is spawn, so we have the spawn crater, and then that's the spawn house, so it has the portal and things in it. There we go. This is Sky's house. Sky's the server owner, so this is Sky's house. I don't know what that is. A lot of, like, this area is spawn protected, otherwise I'd fill in a lot of those creeper holes, but I cannot, unfortunately. This was my first house, because I stole it from a village. Well, there were no villagers here, so this was my first house, and at the time there was a sign that said, like, what did it say? It said, like, hi, I'm still here, I'm just moving currently, so not just hi, I've moved. Because my new house, or my first, that was like where I lived, and then my first build was down here. This guy. I need to fix that, but that's fine. This was my first something. They're all kind of seem the same. This one just doesn't have any decoration because I got lazy. That was for axolotls, but then they despawned. I also had some axolotls that just disappeared, but we don't have to talk about those because I don't know where they went. Where did I come this? I came to go to the shop, and then I detoured. We'll go through the spawn portal to go to the shop's portal. Technically, the location of the shop is in between spawn and me, but it's just easier to just go through the portal system. Although I will say, there's so many, what's the word? I'm the furthest out by far, because everyone else is pretty close to spawn, and I was like, I want to find a village, so that's why mine is so far away. But I think it kind of worked out, because otherwise, I don't think they would have had access to villagers. Like, either of the three of them, since there's none here. Unless Sky chose to spawn some in, which happens sometimes, but spawn. The piglins are mad at me because I'm not wearing gold. Little do they know I'm wearing better clothing. I've also slowly been replacing all of these with nether brick because it has higher blast resistance for both netherrack and dirt. It's just taking a while. Most of the stuff that I have replaced is by the bridge, but that's another part that needs to be replaced. It's just there's a lot of stuff that is way too easy to fall into and or die from. I hate gas, so. Because I don't really use bows. Shopping district. I need to put a glow squid ink on them, but I just keep forgetting to. Don't you go... Aren't you supposed to... Aren't you supposed to... do a thing and, like... There you go. Because I didn't feel like fighting you, so... I was surprised it took that long to... it's a creeper. See, the worst part is I have no problem with creepers. It's just annoying to fix creeper holes at this point. Like, it's not gonna kill me, but why do they always have to blow up on me? The piglin? I can punch the piglin to death. Come here, piglin. Where are you? I will win this. I'm determined. Come on. I got a singular gold nugget. I really could. What enchantments can you get on hose outside of, like... Isn't it just, like, efficiency and, I guess you could get, like, unbreaking and mending. If I weren't trying to save emeralds, I really would. Like, I wouldn't have a problem with that. Although I guess I wouldn't really need 2. But 1, I could definitely do. But this is this. Okay, so it did have lava in the doorway, and then I realized that, like, without armor, you can't pass through it, so then I took out the lava. Yeah, I don't think many people have been online recently, so... What did I fill up too? Anyway. I also sell enchanted books if people want them, but yeah. I would say the last time... I don't know whose... And then that's Jackie's shop, which sells quartz, quartz, gravel, sand, and packed ice. And then Misha has the wool shop, is this one, and then that one is a potion shop. And then I sell currently gold and baked potatoes. This is Skies. I don't know what's in there, but I just know it's Skies. Alright. But everything's pretty close. There's so much in this world that has not been discovered, like at all. Most of the things that we've needed have been pretty close. I think I've done the most discovering, because what I'll do is with my Elisha, I'll just go fly off in a random direction. But, like, if you were asking me to map it out, I have no clue. And then I also have the most farms by far, because I have a problem, and I just keep making farms for things. So we have rabbits in there. This is chickens, which is giving me eggs to be used later to make more chickens. No Cards Against Humanity is like reading mostly and playing cards. Yeah. This is an iron farm, which actually gives me a lot more iron than I anticipated. Like, it's really, I'm really happy with how this turned out. I also have a lot of red dye. I have no clue what I'm going to use the red dye for. I just have a lot of it now. I thought about doing like a build with red dye, but major dyslexic friend play Cards Against Humanity. That's kind of mean. How well did that go? Because that can be a hard one, I know. Especially because most of the... Well, at least you won, so that's good. This is a potato farm run by villagers who haven't seen the daylight in 3 years. I think that's... Oh, and then I also have a couple more. We have cows, sheep, pigs. So I pretty much have every, like, food animal. And then we have another wort. Out of my brain just blinked for a second. Sugarcane, and this is bamboo. This used to be a cactus farm, but now it's bamboo. This contraption is for killing chickens, but I didn't do it right. I gotta fix it. just gotta figure out what I want to... I think that's fair. I think a lot of people who play horror games don't like to... People who are scared of horror games don't like to be left alone in them. I don't play a lot of horror games, personally. I like horror games, but I like that... I don't like the ones where if I die, I have to restart. I don't know why. I think it's just like the loss of progress is like, kind of frustrating to me. But then again, I play hardcore, so... all that aside. But, I don't know, so like, FNAF is not one I would play just because I'd get annoyed having to restart all the time, but like, psychological horror stuff, or I don't even have a problem with gore, necessarily, it's just, I just don't like restarting. Right, I guess I can put that down and then go back up. I can also put down my Elytra. Where did I get seeds? In there, I guess. I'll put the gold in the gold. Oh, I also have a pigman gold farm. Golden, what is it called? Why is my brain blanking right now? Gold and Cotton Flash. And then you already saw the Prismarine farm. Make a lot of things. Hey, look. If I was dying, I would scream too. Dying do be scary sometimes. Oh no, I understand in horror games, but like... horror games are made to... I was about to say a word and I have no clue if it was right, but... they're made to, evoke your, fight or flight. So it'll give, a person's real reaction if they, believe it, per se. The first thing I want to do is I kind of want to move the conduit, but I need to make more... I was about to say conduit stuff, I know that's not correct, but it's dark prismarine that uses. As much as I would love to make a Squidward head, I don't think I have enough squid ink for that. I probably should see if I have some downstairs, because I only have the 16 in here. Each one of those makes one. We also have a lava farm. That is technically a farm. I always forget that's considered a farm. Because I have unlimited lava, I think it's pretty nice. Highly recommend getting that as a first in any build, any game. Getting that and making one is very helpful. Especially if you can make it kind of large. That could be hard. That is not what I wanted. Those are the best kind of jokes, though. When you can make those kind of sus jokes around people, like, sus in quotes, obviously, because I don't care, but like those kind of jokes around people, it's just kind of fun. It's like the best kind of friendship when you're both like comfortable enough to make those jokes and like mess around with one another. Okay. Not a ton. That's okay. Alright. So this is my... This is basically the main frame part just filled in, because you have to have it kind of filled in. I kind of want to move it, actually. I think. I love when, like, the addition of conduits has been so helpful. I'm so glad that they made them a thing. Especially considering the fact that I decided to build underwater. I don't know why I thought that's gonna build up power for the conduit because that has stuff. I don't know why I thought when I made it, like, oh, this is gonna be an easy build. Building underwater is nothing. And then I decided to actually do the build, and I was like, oh lord. It turned out good, but it took a while to make. I would say it easily took mine the longest to be inhabitable for all my builds, because at least they're all just kind of rocks. Like, if I had to actually, like, shape them in any sort of way, it'd be almost unbearable. Okay, so I want to move it out here, because it'll reach the shore anyway. 2, 4, 5, 2, 2. So it needs to have a 3x3 air pocket. So now I have to go grab the one. Grab the conduit and move it, and then I'll grab the blocks, because the conduit itself is going to be the most annoying to replace, because then I have to put blocks in there. Build it to the center, because it has to be there, and I gotta break this block, and that's gonna do its thing. Activate. Ooh. Also, I don't know why it wants me to destroy a tree. It says that on like anything I play now. It's like, you need to break a tree. You haven't broken a tree before. As if I haven't broken a tree before. What should I do right now? Full snack, I don't think I had that much. You know what? I think I'll go break a tree. I don't even think there really aren't any near. I guess there's that one in the pig enclosure, but I've been leaving. What's this one? Oh, there are trees apparently. Look at that. I think this is gonna be spawn now. Yeah. I guess there must have been a tree over here somewhere. Right here. And it just never despawned because there was another tree. Excuse me. Alright. Let's see. Okay, let's do this. Okay. Squidward's house. I'm definitely gonna need more prismarine, but... Oh, do I need to move it again? Because it might be too close to this rock. I think I gotta move it again. Okay. We'll put it here in this space, I guess. This should be plenty of space. I don't know how I put it. I didn't think it'd be too close, and I looked at it and I realized it's too close. That's gonna be too close on that side. Actually, I could have left that. That's where it needs to be. Howdy. Actually, can I one-shot you? I can one-shot you. That's... I forgot I have looting. Oh, that's glorious. I missed it. As much as I love Britney Spears, we literally heard that song technically like a couple minutes ago, so... I have some songs that are like kind of duplicates or like similar versions of the same song, but normally they don't play. My playlist is 22 hours long. I shouldn't have repeats. Like, it's... It shouldn't... I shouldn't hear repeats. At least not that often, but somehow it happens. It's definitely overkill for a playlist, but I want it to be longer as opposed to shorter, so... We'll deal. It should be fine. There we go. Exactly, that's what I mean, like, that's way too close for that to just be... It's not gonna be too high, it should be fine. Didn't want the corners. Now let's go kill some squid. There's enough squid to steal. At some point I do need to make a kelp farm because I can trade it for emeralds. Pretty much everything I have a farm of is because I can trade it with emeralds. Except for... No? I think there's... yeah, everything. In some form I can trade it with for emeralds. And I need more emeralds, so I just keep forgetting to trade for emeralds. Like, I have a ton of stuff that I could trade for emeralds, and I just forget that I actually have to trade. How did I not one-shot that? There's no squid anywhere. I missed some blocks, apparently. That's helpful. Why, thank you. I try. Everything is custom curated by me. Took me a long time to... well, it didn't take me that long to make, like, the playlist, but I did pick everything out, like, personally. If not the specific song, but, like, I picked, like, an artist, and I said, I like this artist's music, and I know I can use it without getting claimed, so... It used to have a lot of different stuff in it. Like, before I started doing YouTube, I had things like TG5, Derivacat, like a lot of creator music, but those get claimed on YouTube but not on Twitch, so I switched some of it over, so I'm not getting either, and I've been pretty successful. Normally, nowadays in the streams, it'll be like one song will be caught, as opposed to in the early days when there's like 10 or like 12 songs that got caught each stream. Through YouTube. Twitch I never really had an issue with because I went into it knowing what... because most like DMCA free playlists that you find on YouTube are like ones that people say, oh, you know, you won't get oh my god. Thank you, Dolphin, but this was not as helpful as I think you thought it was. But a lot of those playlists that people make are for one side or the other, and there's really no good way of finding out which is which until you try it. So, which kind of sucks, but I'm out of... wow, I am out of prismarine shards. That's something I didn't expect to run out of, so that's a... okay. We'll deal with it later. I feel like the only other things that I have is I have a bunch of coral, and I have some glow lichen, because it can be waterlogged, sea pickles, and... oh, dripstone as well. Can be waterlogged. Although I'm not quite sure where I want to put the dripstone. I was thinking under there or something like that, but I have a lot of options. This will end up looking a lot better once I can get more blocks, but the more blocks, the more the further it works, so it's not much of an issue. Alright, I need to go grab my Silk Touch pickaxe before I break any of the, or before I place any of the coral, because I don't want to break any of it on accident and be coralless. It's this one. But I say, I'm pretty sure my armor all has all of the enchantments that I planned on having on it. Because I died one time and had to re-get all my armor back. Oh, no. That's... I mean, if it works. I didn't grab the coral. I'm gonna place the blocks first and then go back with the, what's it called? The actual coral and the fans. Gotta say, it was so nerve-wracking breaking coral for the first time and actually knowing that like it did break where it's supposed to. I still don't get why it does that to me, but it's fine. Where are you? How am I not one-hitting? Sharpness 5 can't one-hit a solitary... What's what I call it? The squid a slime. It's a squid. Alright, we got that guy. Squid is overpowered, yeah. Squid tanks for the win. That's better. I'm just kind of trying to do it randomly because I know that's kind of how it spawns. It just kind of does its thing, but man, it's gonna feel awkward. Actually, yeah. Yeah, we'll go with it. I have so much, and I have so much space to do. Because realistically speaking, all of this area is going to end up being all the way to, I think that is the furthest route. Then I'm going to bone meal the ground. I'm going to make this place look beautiful. Look better without that one. I think it looks better with that one. Yeah, I have some of those up in the shulker. I really thought that was... I looked at that and I said, oh, that's a drowned. Wow. Yeah. So it has the regular, so there's the coral block, and then there's coral, and then there's coral fans. I have some of all three, so I will be using all of them, but for right now I want to place these first so that I know where I have them placed. Yeah, I'm fuck, apparently. Coral do be drowning. I mean, I just made a staircase. What am I doing? Good enough. I don't feel like fighting with it. It'll work. I think. It's too tall. Oh, I thought I just messed up my whole house. Oh, that scared me for a second. Way more than it should have, probably. There we go. I kind of want it to look like it's like snaking up the side. I think that, yeah, once I have the fans and everything, so I think I can add fans on any block. That should be fine. Like that. Oh, don't fly away. Thank you. Yeah, it's fine. Let's put one in this area. Got a yellow. We'll stick with it. Let's go up here. Sun. Okay. Why did I put that block there? Yeah. Good. It's just this big... Oh, that's why there's no sand here. We're gonna have to fix that at some point. Do some smaller ones. Alright. Sorry my mom was home after my long day at work. Yeah, okay. I'm gonna put a yellow here because this place feels lonely. Okay. I still have like half of my coral left. What color did I do? I did yellow last, so I gotta do a pink one. Actually, I think that one was kind of, I think the one on the top was pretty good. Yeah. See, I keep wanting to balance it and like make it look like somewhat symmetrical because my brain is like, it should be somewhat symmetrical, but that's not how the universe works half the time, so. That's good. I need to fill this area with sand before I can place any. I want it all to be on sand, so I'll have to do some replacements. There we go. Thank you for sacrificing yourself for the greater good. Okay. There's that. That looks about where I want it. I think. This is all just me doing random things and hoping I like it in the end. Good news is I can make more Silk Touch pickaxes if it comes down to it. SpongeBob and Patrick. There's that one. Big one, it looks like a 6. Actually, looks more like a 9. It's a 6 would have the curl. 9 does not have the curl, depending on who you ask. Why? Why are you out of... Okay. There we go. Thank you, dolphin. Not great, but okay. I'm just gonna keep floating away from where I want to be. There we go. Asymmetry is not my... We'll save the rest of it so that when I get the grass filled out, the sand filled out, I have some so to decorate that area. Now we get to grab the coral. And actually, since there's a lot more fans, what we'll do is each one will get a singular coral in a color, because I don't have a lot of them. This one will get a yellow. This one will get like purple. Red. I should have enough for each one to get one. Low. Yep. Good. Might not actually have, but it'll be close. Cool. Yellow. We'll come back to that one because I don't know if that one's gonna get 1 or 2. Because technically it's 2, but like, I don't know if I have enough for 2 right now. I thought I would have plenty, and it's turning out I do not, in fact, have plenty. Where are you? It looks like each one is going to get 1. Alright, that part's done. Now I gotta grab the fans. Fans, and I'll also grab the sea pickles, because those will be helpful. I don't necessarily need them now that I have the conduit, but I think it just pulls together the look. Makes it look more authentic, I think. I'll also grab the Lookalike and put it in my pockets. assume these were the flowers you were, this part was the part you were thinking of. What color am I missing? Purple. Yeah. Part that makes it look like it's actually something. As opposed to just a big combobulation of nothing. I need to do the sea pickles. I'll go back to these ones and do the sea pickles. Sea pickles can only go on top. And we'll bone meal them later. Yeah, it looks more alive. I mean, it still looks sparse, but I have a feeling it's probably gonna look sparse until I can, destroy a couple more locations or bone meal around, which I need to do both of, so. Sometimes I feel like they made the coral, the bubble and the brain look kind of similar. Not in terms of that pattern, those you can tell the difference between, but when you get to the fans and the tubes and things, it is a little bit harder to see. I wish they would have made it a larger distinction, but it's okay. I thought I just heard an Enderman in the water and I was so confused for a moment. I should have it now. Yeah, I would have been like, I guess that is kind of what I am, but like, I've got armor, I'm okay, I'm protected. And also I'm only half, so like, if anything, I'd just get like a sunburn, like a water burn. Not that bad. Whereas like a full Enderman would just be, dead and stuff. I'm obviously not dead and stuff. I realized the irony of it after I made the plan that my whole thing is I'm a half Enderman and I'm just living underwater. I did that and then I made the build and I was like, wait a minute, this is kind of BM. I'm just flexing on all my cousins. But like, differently. Oh, I can't do it upside down. It sucks. There's the whole reason I want one there is to do it upside down. Maybe if I shift and do it? No, I can't. That was helpful. I could have sworn that they spawn that way, but nonetheless. It just looks empty now. There. Like on the side to do it, put it there. Whatever. You think hiding is gonna work? It won't. Oh, a Nautilus shell. Yes, and I actually got the Nautilus shell too. I don't necessarily need another conduit, but it'd be nice to have another conduit. That's the main reason that. Let's see. This one there, and this one. I didn't do this one, okay. Only have what, 3? This one and then the one back there and those 2? I missed one. How did I miss one? Let me do that one before I forget that I missed it. I don't quite know how I missed this one, but... That looks better, I think. I gotta do the ones that I have. This one and the 3 over there. And thank you, Dolphin. But every time the Dolphin does it, it's helpful, but I need more accuracy than it allows me to have. Well, it's coming from somewhere, that's for sure. Also, the thing that I found funny is the conduit's supposed to attack them. It does not. At least I don't think it does, so. Not as far as I've noticed. Probably coming from around the shipwreck, actually. But yeah, a good example of music that gets copyrighted and doesn't is Monstercat related music, because on Twitch it's fine and I've never had issues with it, but on YouTube I did. Which I learned about them during the should I say, not Adpocalypse. Adpocalypse was YouTube. The DMCA Apocalypse, something like that, but where Twitch was basically cracking down on DMCA a lot harder, and it really hit a lot of music streamers, that's one of the areas that I was watching a lot of at that time. So I learned a lot of tips about, you know, who to go to and who not to go to. I missed one. In terms of yeah, it's the last one. In terms of getting like DMCA and DMCA free stuff, it's worked for the most part. Some of it was just assumptions that worked out, and some of it was assumptions that didn't work out, and I had to change it, but overall not bad. There we go, that is all of that. Put this up. It is almost nighttime. Oh right, I forgot I ran out of those. I was like, wait a minute. I'm missing a row. There we go. Now we'll do more of these and we'll do the glow lichen. Because I can go through and bone meal stuff. The glow lichen is going to go on my builds. So like, for example, although I think I can also bone meal this as well, but since it glows, it helps a little bit. To make sure that there's some sort of light around the giant blocks that are. And I mean, it's fairly cheap because no one uses glow lichen much, so. I should clarify, only serious builders use glow lichen. Just half the time you break it and you don't even realize. Actually, people probably realize they break it. It's probably a me thing. You know what's funny? So I still haven't like used my beacon, like got it fully up and running, but I swear sometimes I'm still like, I should kill a wither. I should kill another one. Just because I should. Oh, that block is there. It blends in more, because they're supposed to just look like rocks that are just been underwater. So. Yeah, it looks more natural. I'm gonna need more bone meal though, but definitely looks more like the look I was going for. Stick in a single bee. The bee probably could, to be honest. Although I don't have. I'm still waiting for Optifine 1.19. I was hoping, but I have not seen an update since they're at 50%, which was 3 days ago. So I'm assuming they have not moved far past 50%. And I would love to just use, because normally what I used was I used Lunar, like Lunar Launcher, or Lunar Client, that's what it's called. But it bugged, it killed my RAM, so my streams would always start lagging out, especially if I had to load chunks. So I stopped using Lunar and just used Optifine. It's been fine since, but I'm not sure what did it. Well, no, I know what did it, because both Lunar does this and Badlion, which is the main reason why I don't use, I didn't just like switch to Badlion, despite the fact they're fairly similar. It's because, I don't want it on this for right now, because the two different, they run separately. So you have Lunar runs and then it runs Java, or Badlion runs and then it runs Java. And so together, they can end up taking up about the same amount of RAM, but you can allocate the RAM that you want to give to the Java part, but you can't allocate how much you want to give to Lunar, like the actual launcher, and so it, or the actual like the other half of it, and it takes like double the amount of RAM. So, you know, normally I would run maybe 4 gigs. Usually is like a fair amount for how much, you know, Java takes. But then Lunar will take another 4 gigs on top of that. Is it 4 gigs or 4 megs? I don't even know. I think it's megs, because meg is million. Yeah. I don't know. I can check. I have that open. Hello, Mega. It is gigs, yeah. But it just drains my RAM usage and just slows everything down. It was really frustrating because it's really nice to like have those, you know, mods and things that they have, you know, especially having automatically displayed coordinates is something that I really liked because I am dumber than a bag of rocks sometimes, and I have had many a times where I've forgotten where I'm going. That's a pretty helpful one to just have around. Use all this, and then if I need more. Also, I'm gonna grab some of this and we'll do signs after this. Have anything else in here to decorate with? Pick the dripstone, but I still need stuff for that. I probably should have gotten sand all this stuff. That's fine. But yeah, I have not fought a warden on survival mode yet. I've seen what they can do in other game modes, mostly creative, just spawning one in and seeing how it reacts to this sensor, especially after we talked about it last time, because I realized that, yeah, I was dumb and it was 3 instead of 1. I don't know why I thought it was 1, but anyway. But trying that and trying, just seeing how it reacts and how the Shulker tech reacts. Just Shulker? Skulker. Skulk. Tech reacts just like generally. Just bone mealing it everywhere. I might have overdone it a little bit, but I think that's fine. I think it looks good. Good enough, at least. It'll work for the time being. I didn't expect it to look perfect, so. Plus, we have a lot of seagrass, and it's helpful because I'll probably need more turtle eggs at some point. Actually, I'll put this in here. Didn't need to put that in there, but that's fine. That is that. There we go. We'll come back for that. Let's go do some signs. Put that pickaxe in there actually so I don't accidentally use it. Because I have a bad habit of doing that. I don't remember if I'd named this one or not. I think I might have. Remember. This one goes to a farm that Sky made and is supposed to be. I think it worked. It's a pillager farm. My only issue with it is that it acts. I didn't name this one. Okay, or I might have named it at the top, but it just because you only get the one type of pillagers. It's the ones that try to find you during a raid, and not all of them. I didn't know this one. But you don't get the... You don't get the, you don't get totems. Leaving another with no armor gives XP. Unfortunately, I bedmined a wee bit too much to fall for that one, although... That's funny. That's a good way to put it. This is Jackie's place. Yeah. I still think, for a fact, if glow signs... yeah, glows... If you could use this on wool, it would be a game changer, and I think the glow squid would be so much more helpful. But until you can do that, this is the best that we could get. Something in there I need. It is this way. Oh great, it's Hoglins. Probably gonna... I was about to say die to its death, fall to its death, but that's okay. We have the shopping district sign. And then we have one more that I think I put a sign on. I feel like I put more signs down because I think I made like 9. Hi, buddy. And I haven't seen any of those. Or I feel like I'm missing a lot of them. But nonetheless, I think this is fine. And over here, this one goes. It goes through... Someone made a staircase. Is this the staircase? Yes, this is the staircase. I go up the staircase. Let me put it. This one is the strongholds. You want to try it, buddy? That's what I thought. I didn't even have to hit you this time. I think if I do make a red build, it's going to use this wood. So I'll have like a... It'll be like the opposite of my current build, right? I have some of those already. Like, I like the idea of having like a yin and yang. So like, the above ground one is like really red or dark. Shows a lot of and it shows a lot of promise. That's not the thing that it's like is very warm toned, and the one underwater is very cool toned. I mean, obviously coral is coral, right? You can only change the color of coral so much because there's different types. I didn't want to just use the 4 reddish ones and leave the blue. I figure, you know, I might as well just use the blue, but I mean, no, vice versa. I didn't just want to use the blue. Nice pun. I like the pun. Here, you can jump for me. Oh, you did. Even you know. Even you know. If I can. There you go. Yeah. And this is the reason why I changed the thing. Why I changed the flooring. Basically, so that everything has the same blast resistance, which is the same as stone. Because somebody... It used to be all dirt and netherrack, for the most part. And I would just get shot by a ghast and like half the bridge would break and I'd be like, this is grand. I still haven't made a Strider as a pet yet. I really need to, because I think they're so cool. And then this happened because a ghast shot the portal, and so it was here, broke, and then I made a new one because I didn't have a flint and steel, so I had to go back through and then around to get the other portal, and it just made a second one instead of just lighting the old one. So I just made it look like a long... It almost looks like an ice cream sandwich. I guess I could move this. This was my original block palette. We have... Seared is not the right word. Warped planks. Warped wood. Deep slate. This is a warped nylium, the ground. And then... warped fungus. Yeah. That's my block palette. And then technically, I guess, there's soul sand for the fire downstairs, but for the most part, that's the block palette. I think it looks really nice. I think it fits really well with the aesthetic that I was trying to do. I think I might do like the reverse, but use either plain nether brick or red nether brick and do the top part. I only say or because I have a lot of plain nether brick and I'd have to make more nether bricks to make red nether brick because you have to do the mixing thing, whereas mine are already in block form and you can't uncraft, unfortunately. If I go to my side, yeah, this is my nether side. Got tons of magma blocks. This is all my netherrack. I have a full barrel and a half, over a barrel and a half. This is all my nether bricks. That's why I say, realistically speaking, it'd be better to just use the plain nether bricks. I'd have to make some of the crimson fungus. A ton of it, actually. I don't think that'd take too long. I mean, look at all the warped stuff that I went through. Especially since my store is also the warped color scheme. It took me so long to get all of my warped wood. Copper took forever, and then the warped wood took forever. The warped wood took forever just because I had to break all of it. The copper took forever because it has freaking oxidized. Which, I get the mechanic, but I have more. I didn't realize I had more. Anyway, the mechanic just took forever. It's helpful, but man, it can take its sweet time sometimes. I still have some from some planks. I think I will make another block palette. I guess I should probably change the... I can't spell. There we go. Alright. I will make a block palette, so we'll grab one of those. We have to make a bunch of different blocks in that from the crimson fungus. And because I have so much red dye, figure out what blocks I can make out of red dye. Let's see, red. Red nether bricks, yeah, I have nether wart and I have those. I'd have to smelt more for it. Red dye, but red dye makes, I can make candles. I forgot that candles are a thing I can make. That's gonna be very helpful. I realize most things that I think need red would be. Next we can make wool, stained glass, terracotta, concrete. Oh, I can do stained glazed terracotta as well. Which, actually, the black glazed terracotta would be the best glazed terracotta. I think that one looks better than the red one. I never actually made a banner. I have all the stuff for it. But anyway. Where is my hoe? It's in here. No. I have a good hoe. Maybe I broke the hoe. I couldn't have broken the hoe. I feel like I would have found the hoe. I really could make another right hoe. And I probably should, because I'm going to be doing a lot of this. I think I have what? I think I have 2 ingots left. I just wanted to make sure I didn't have a hoe still. Actually, it might be over here somewhere. Yep, I have it down here. Called it. I'm doing one on another right, I'll make it a fresh one. I'll finish this one, and whatever else I have left, I'll make another hoe. I can't wait until because the next build, I'm gonna make it, I really want to go. See, it took me so long to finish this one, like the interior, and it's still not really like perfect because, for example, all of these, I still can't figure out how to do a 1-block switcher that doesn't take a ton of space, and that can be reached from the top. Either that or has like a good enough pulse, because normally it pulses and then it either flicks back too early or doesn't flick back. So, I need bone meal. My bone meal's upstairs. I don't know if I have any of that. The crimson nylium block I might not have, and I need that to do the. I think I can technically grow this in the other one, but just for what's the word? For clarity's sake, I'd like to use the right one with the right one. Maybe over here. Or not over here. Over here, maybe. I might not. I just don't have any, I guess. I thought I had some. Well, we'll see if this grows. It should grow in the other one, but... Oh, but I won't be able to get any more back. I will have to go get some from that. Okay. That's fine. There's so many of those biomes in our nether. Like, it took seconds to find a crimson, because literally that's where a spawn one is, but of course, I need the warped wood. It takes forever for us to find it. Not even for us. It took forever for me to find it. Everyone else knew where it was. I was just brainless. Well, you know what? It might be up here. Another rack? Apparently I really just don't have any. Okay. And since you have to do it with Silk Touch because it's dumb, I have to bring a Silk Touch pickaxe to the nether. Again. To grab more of the thing. Gotta go this way. Well, I think there's more than one, but the spawn one is closer for me. It's not like I need a ton. I just want, what, like, we'll get like 20, 25, something like that. Because it does spread. Once you have one, you can spread it. So really, like, I only need one, but Prefer to have more than one. $17, $18, $19, $20. Now we can head back. I can grow them in my own space. And I'll make its spot right next to where I did the work to it. How did I do that? I gotta go this way. I still didn't. They didn't even follow me. You juked, idiot. But I'll make it exactly right next to where I did the all of the warped wood because I did so much of it. I think there was a stream where that's like what I did for like half of the stream was just bone meal warped wood to make more trees and then cut it down. Although I think I was talking to... Actually, I might not have been streaming. It might have been Misha's stream and we were just chatting while Misha was doing something or other. I don't remember. Like I said, it's been a while. I need bone meal. I'll keep that just in case. I'll also have to save one for my black palette. So I'll put one, because I'll put my black palette over with the other black palette so they can be neuters. So we put black 1, black 2. They really are going to be real opposites. They have like one kind of neutral black, and then the rest of them are really bright. That's exactly how it's going to go for this one. Like, not intentionally, but just like using nether resources, and then pretty much everything is another resource except for the deep slate, and that's just because it was deep slate and I like the way the deep slate looks with the warped blocks the best. I guess I could have used like, I guess the closest would be like basalt. Blackstone is nice, but blackstone works better with like a yellowy kind of scheme because of the whole, what's the word, because you can get the gold one, which looks pretty good. Didn't break. It's fine. So we want seeds. I need to make this level, otherwise it's gonna bother me. Two. And go 2 more. That's fine. I don't care that there's exposed stone right now, because it's fine enough. That should be. Right, that looks fine. Does not look fine anymore on the side. I also have a wall of trees that at some point need to go and cut down. I just had a ton of saplings, so I said, you know, I'll make a wall out of them. And then I made a wall out of them and subsequently forgot that I made a wall out of them. There we go, now we have twins. I need scaffolding. See how big it goes for the first one. Yeah, the big one. Big boy. I just realized this one has like a... I guess I could use streamlights for this one because that would fit with the color scheme. Because this one I was using the sea lanterns, but it didn't really fit with it. Like this, the shroom lamps, the shroom lamps fit, but like not quite. I think the sea lanterns fit a lot better. And this area just literally, I wanted it to just be fire done, but because of how the room sits, some of the inside area doesn't get enough lighting, so I'm not sure if I want to put like a, what is the word, like a not depressed, like inlaid sea lanterns in the ceiling up here, or if I want to do something similar, but or like some other way of lighting it. But nonetheless, scaffolding is over here. That is a wood product, technically. It's actually 20. Now we're just gonna get some wood. I should bring one of these. We'll bring this one. I'm pretty sure I have the most shulkers out of all 4 of us on the server. Although there technically are more people on the server, they just don't play much or haven't played at all since I've been on the server. So I think in total the people who have access to it that are like in the server, or in the Discord server that we have, I think there's like 20 of us or so. That sounds right. There might be more, but I know like 20 sounds right to me. So let's see. Also, the fact that I didn't know that you need to use a hoe to break most of the stuff was such a new thing to learn for me. I just thought it just didn't break. I forgot that you can use hoes on blocks. Like with wheat, or not with wheat, with hay bales. I don't know why it just didn't occur to me to try using a hoe. I was just really like, no tool works for this. Everything is broken. About which part was it about the hoe? About how I didn't realize that you can use hoes to break things? Or was it before that? I don't remember what I said before that, I'll be honest. Yet it never occurred to me to use a hoe to break blocks until I don't remember who mentioned it to me. Yeah, that's probably what it was. Yeah, I don't know why I just never thought about it. I was like, oh, hoes, they're used for planting, and then that was that. Ow. How dare you just drop me like this? I'm hurt. Alright. There. I also don't remember if I figured out where I wanted to put the big build, because I was thinking there's an island off in that direction, and I was thinking of putting it there, but since it's I would be locked by the land shape because it is fairly narrow in terms of shape, so I'd have to, you know, play around that. Or I could do it in this area because I was thinking about cutting the island kind of in half. Because over on that side there are pillagers, and I don't want the pillagers anywhere near my villagers for obvious reasons. But cutting the island somewhat in half, and then I could have this whole area to play with. I just don't know how big I want to go necessarily. Since I'm not like a great builder, I'm okay at it, but I can do it when it comes down to it, but I wouldn't say it's like what I'm best at by far. I just have visions of what I could do and who I could create, what I could create. Yes, who I could create. All right. I did that to myself. I'm disappointed. I shouldn't have done that, but I did, so. Oh, and then also the skyblock situation just resolved itself, so that's great. And I didn't have any problems. Which I didn't think I would, but I was just really hopeful because the one time that I decided to try flipping something, it turns out to be something that has an issue with duping. In time. Although now it's been fine because I've pretty much just been doing like shallower stuff, but the center of that didn't render, and I really thought that was the whole tree. I was gonna be very confused as to why the tree looked like that. You know, out of all songs, I don't know why this was the one that I decided to add to this playlist. Because I added the whole album, but I really didn't need this one. Ah yes, the tutorial is the best song in FNF. I need to play that again at some point. Although I still haven't been able to pass the level that I was stuck on in the actual game, let alone any of the side quests. Side quests? Mods. Why do I call them side quests? The only thing that I don't like about these, about the nether trees is that they don't despawn. Like these guys, they just stay forever if you don't get them. Which wouldn't be that annoying if I didn't have to do so many of them so often. Wait, this one didn't spawn any glow shrooms. I hope this spider tries me because I can't wait to just eat it off the side of this. Because it will not hit the ground. Or it will not survive hitting the ground. It'll definitely hit the ground. Won't get much further though. Right, it's no longer going to be aggressive because it's day. But I can one-shot it, so that's fine. Come here, Mr. Creeper. I was about to say, I really should have gotten that second shot, but I didn't, and then I was gonna be like, oh no. Everything's gone wrong. You also get so many of these guys. Like the roots. Looking for more mushrooms. I swear I get more of these than I do the mushrooms, like most of the time. Like I get like 10 times the amount of roots than I do mushrooms, but mushrooms are the thing that I need. Okay, I have 13. That's a pretty good amount. Alright. Where did my... There we go. Well, I have to go. So I will see you guys tomorrow on a stream. Peace.